Poor posture doesn't just affect how you look, it affects how you breathe, how you feel, and how much energy you carry through the day. What if the single most powerful exercise for your posture took less than 5 minutes a day, and a physician who lived past 100 years old swore by it? Today, we're breaking down the #1 exercise that Japan's oldest physician recommended for fixing that hunched, rounded posture that so many of us develop as we age. If you're new here, welcome to Prime Health Lab, the place where we make healthy aging simple and achievable. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a video made just for you. Let's start by understanding why posture changes as we get older, because once you understand the why, the solution makes complete sense. When we're young, our muscles are constantly active. We move, we lift, we stretch, often without even thinking about it. But as the years go by, many of us spend more time sitting, at a desk, in a chair, on a sofa. And here's what happens inside your body during all that sitting. The muscles along the front of your body, especially your chest and the front of your hips, begin to tighten and shorten. At the same time, the muscles along your back, the ones responsible for holding you upright, gradually weaken from lack of use. Think of it like a tent held up by ropes. If the ropes on one side get too tight, the whole structure starts to lean. That's exactly what happens to your spine. The front pulls forward and your upper back begins to round. Over time, that rounding becomes your default position. Your chin juts forward, your shoulders curl inward, and that classic hunched posture begins to take shape. Now, what makes this more than just an appearance issue is how deeply it affects your health. When your spine rounds forward, your lungs have less room to expand. That means shallower breathing, and shallower breathing means less oxygen reaching your brain and muscles. You feel more tired, more foggy, sometimes even more anxious because your nervous system is quietly working harder than it should be. Your digestion can also be affected. A compressed posture puts gentle but constant pressure on your abdominal organs. Many seniors notice bloating, sluggish digestion, or discomfort after meals. And poor posture is often an overlooked contributing factor. There's also the matter of pain. Rounded shoulders and a forward head position place enormous strain on the muscles of your neck and upper back. The human head weighs around 10 to 12 pounds when it sits directly over the spine. But for every inch it drifts forward, the effective load on your neck nearly doubles. This is why so many people experience persistent neck tension, shoulder stiffness, and even headaches, all quietly connected to posture. And perhaps most importantly, posture affects your confidence and your mood. Research has consistently shown that the way we hold our body sends signals to our brain. An upright posture is associated with feelings of calm, confidence, and energy. A slumped posture, on the other hand, is linked to lower mood and even reduced motivation. The good news is, none of this is permanent. The muscles that have weakened can be strengthened. The muscles that have tightened can be gently released. And it doesn't require a gym, equipment, or hours of your time. Japan's oldest physician understood this deeply. He believed that the spine was the pillar of longevity, and that keeping it strong and open was one of the most important things a person could do for their overall health as they aged. That brings us perfectly into the next section, where we talk about the specific exercise he championed and exactly why it works so well. So what is this exercise? It's called the wall angel, and despite its simple name, it is one of the most complete posture correction movements you can do with your own body. You may have seen it before, or perhaps heard it mentioned in a physical therapy context. But what makes it so remarkable, and why a physician who dedicated his life to studying longevity placed it above all others, is that it does something most exercises don't. It works the muscles that support your posture while simultaneously stretching the muscles that are pulling your posture out of alignment. It addresses both sides of the problem at the exact same time. Here's how you do it, step by step. Stand with your back against a flat wall. Your feet should be about 4 to 6 inches away from the base of the wall, so your body is very slightly angled. Now gently press the back of your head against the wall. This alone might already feel like a stretch for some people, and that's completely normal. It simply shows how far forward the head has drifted over time. Next, press your upper back and the back of your shoulders against the wall. Then raise your arms up so they form a goal post shape. Elbows bent at 90 degrees, upper arms roughly at shoulder height. Try to get the back of your arms, your elbows, and the back of your hands all touching the wall. Now here comes the movement. Slowly slide your arms upward along the wall as if you're trying to raise them above your head, keeping everything in contact with the wall the entire time. You'll likely feel a gentle resistance, maybe even a mild burn in your mid and upper back. That's exactly where you want to feel it. Those are the muscles waking back up. Then slowly bring your arms back down to the goal post position. That is 1 repetition. A good starting point is 2 sets of 10 repetitions, done slowly and with full attention to keeping contact with the wall throughout the movement. Now let's talk about why this works so well. Because understanding the mechanics will help you do it better and stick with it longer. When you press your back and head against the wall, you're essentially using the wall as a guide to realign your spine into its natural position. Your body gets a physical reminder of what upright actually feels like. For many seniors, this is genuinely revelatory, because after years of gradual rounding, upright can start to feel unfamiliar, even slightly uncomfortable at first. The wall removes all guesswork. As you slide your arms upward, you are actively engaging the muscles between your shoulder blades, a group called the rhomboids, as well as the lower trapezius, which runs down the middle of your back. These are precisely the muscles that weaken when we slouch. At the same time, the movement gently opens the chest and stretches the pectoral muscles, the ones across your chest that tighten from prolonged sitting and cause the shoulders to roll forward. So in one smooth, controlled movement, you are strengthening the back, opening the chest, realigning the spine, and retraining your nervous system to recognize what good posture feels like. This is why it stands above most other exercises for posture correction. The physician we're drawing wisdom from today believed strongly that exercise should work with the body's natural design, not against it. He observed that many of his oldest and healthiest patients shared one visible trait. They stood tall, they breathed deeply, and they moved with ease and intention. He saw the wall angel not as a rehabilitation exercise, but as a daily practice, like brushing your teeth. Something you do not because something is broken, but because you want to keep things working well. There is also a deeply calming effect to this exercise that often goes unmentioned. When you open the chest and bring the head back into alignment, you naturally begin to breathe more fully. Deeper breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, the part of your nervous system responsible for rest, recovery, and calm. Many people finish this exercise feeling not just taller, but genuinely more relaxed, clearer in the mind, more settled in the body. You can do this exercise in the morning to start your day aligned, or in the evening to release the tension that is built up throughout the day. You can even do a version of it seated against a firm chair if standing is difficult. The key is consistency, not intensity. Even 2 to 3 minutes a day, done with focus and care, can begin producing noticeable changes within 2 to 3 weeks. Not dramatic, overnight transformation, but a gradual, steady return to the posture your body was always designed to hold. And once your posture begins to improve, something else happens, something the next section explores in beautiful detail. When your posture improves, your whole life improves. That might sound like an overstatement, but stay with me, because the connection is more direct and more powerful than most people realize. Let's start with energy. One of the most common complaints among seniors is persistent fatigue. Not the tiredness that comes after a long day of activity, but a background exhaustion that seems to be there from the moment you wake up. Many people assume this is simply a natural part of aging, but very often it has a physical cause that can be directly addressed. When you spend hours in a rounded, compressed posture, your breathing becomes shallow. Instead of using the full capacity of your lungs, you're only using the upper portion. This means your body is working continuously with a reduced oxygen supply. Your muscles feel heavier. Your thinking feels slower. Your motivation dips. And because the body is quietly working harder to compensate, you feel worn out even without doing very much. As your posture begins to open up through consistent practice of the wall angel, your lung capacity naturally expands. Your diaphragm, the large dome-shaped muscle beneath your lungs that powers deep breathing, has more room to move. Your inhales become fuller. Your exhales become more complete. And with that improved breathing comes a steady, natural increase in energy that no supplement can replicate. Now let's talk about the spine and the nervous system, because this is where things get truly fascinating. Your spinal column is not just a structural support. It is the main highway of your nervous system. Every signal that travels between your brain and your body passes through the spine. When the spine is compressed, rounded, or held in a chronic state of tension, those signals can become disrupted. Not dramatically, not in a way that causes sudden symptoms, but subtly over time. You might notice slower reflexes, reduced coordination, or a general feeling of being slightly disconnected from your body. When the spine is aligned and the surrounding muscles are strong and balanced, nerve communication flows more freely. Many seniors who commit to daily posture work report improvements they didn't expect. Better sleep, sharper memory, improved balance, and a greater sense of physical confidence when walking or moving through daily life. Balance deserves a specific mention here because it is one of the most important factors in healthy aging. Falls are a leading cause of injury among older adults, and poor posture is a significant contributor to fall risk. When the head sits too far forward and the upper back is rounded, your center of gravity shifts. Your body has to work harder to keep you stable, and in moments of unexpected movement, that extra demand can be the difference between catching yourself and losing your footing. Strengthening the postural muscles through exercises like the wall angel brings your center of gravity back over your base of support. You stand more securely. You move more confidently. The ground feels more reliable beneath your feet. There is also a profound emotional dimension to all of this. Posture and emotion are in constant conversation with each other. We know intuitively that a person who is sad or defeated tends to cave inward. Shoulders forward, gaze down, chest collapsed. But what science has confirmed is that this relationship runs in both directions. The body doesn't just reflect how we feel, it actively shapes how we feel. When you stand tall, your body releases subtle signals that influence your brain chemistry. Cortisol, the stress hormone, tends to decrease. Your sense of self-assurance naturally rises. Seniors who improve their posture often describe feeling more like themselves again, more present, more engaged with the world around them, more willing to go out, socialize, and participate in life. That is the true gift of postural health. It is not about vanity or appearance. It is about reclaiming the version of yourself that stands fully upright in your own life, with ease, with confidence, and with energy to spare. Japan's oldest physician understood that the body and the mind are not separate systems. They are one continuous, deeply interconnected whole. And when you take care of something as fundamental as the alignment of your spine, the benefits ripple outward in every direction: physical, mental, and emotional. You don't need to overhaul your entire lifestyle to begin experiencing these changes. You need one wall, 2 to 3 minutes, and the decision to show up for yourself every day. So let's bring everything together. Poor posture is not an inevitable part of aging. It is a pattern, one that developed gradually and one that can be gently and steadily reversed. The wall angel exercise gives your body exactly what it needs: strength where it has weakened, openness where it has tightened, and realignment where it has drifted. Do it every day. Start slowly. Be patient with your body and pay attention. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. It genuinely helps this channel reach more seniors who could benefit from this information. Share it with someone you care about, and if you haven't already, subscribe to Prime Health Lab so you never miss a video designed specifically to help you feel strong, clear, and fully alive at every age. Your best years are not behind you. They are being built, one good habit at a time. We'll see you in the next one.
Prime Health Lab is dedicated to men's internal health. Don't forget to like